Have you ever wondered what happens to an NFL star who seems destined for greatness, only to vanish almost overnight? These players disappeared suddenly after their success in headlines and fantasy sports leagues. What caused their abrupt exits? Injuries, personal decisions, or something far more tragic? The life story of professional athletes takes them from peak achievements to sudden departures, while showing them both success and doom. 11 professional athletes left their sport prematurely, and their names died out of public recognition, but their stories have been rediscovered today. We will explore how famous football players ended their careers unexpectedly throughout history. Number 11, Andrew Luck, the shocking retirement that stunned the NFL. What happens when a superstar quarterback walks away in his prime? Andrew Luck, the Colts' first overall pick in 2012, was a generational talent. In his rookie season, he led Indianapolis to the playoffs and became the face of the franchise. But his career was plagued by injuries, a torn labrum, a lacerated kidney, and concussions. Despite multiple comebacks, the constant pain and rehab took its toll. In 2019, at just 29, Luck shocked the NFL by announcing his retirement, saying, "I can't go through the cycle of pain and rehab anymore." Number 10, Bo Jackson, the dual sport phenom, stopped by injury. How do you stop a man who dominated both the NFL and MLB? Bo Jackson was a generational talent, excelling as a dual sport star. He became the only athlete to be an all-star in both leagues, mesmerizing fans with his power, speed, and agility. But in 1991, a seemingly routine tackle during an NFL playoff game left him with a hip injury that ended his football career. While he continued in baseball for a few years, the injury cut short what could have been one of the greatest careers in sports history. Number 9, Robert Smith, walking away at the top. In 2000, Robert Smith of the Minnesota Vikings had the season of a lifetime, rushing for 1,521 yards and cementing himself as one of the NFL's elite. At just 28 years old, Smith was at the peak of his career and poised for even greater success. But instead of chasing records and championships, Smith made a shocking choice. He retired. His reason? Smith wanted to prioritize his long-term health and explore a life beyond football. At a time when players routinely sacrificed their bodies for the game, his decision was rare and controversial. Yet Smith stood firm, later becoming an advocate for living life on your own terms. Number 8, Vontae Davis, the retirement nobody saw coming. Vontae Davis, a two-time Pro Bowler, was known as one of the league's top cornerbacks during his career with the Dolphins and Colts. He brought intensity and skill to every game, making him a cornerstone of any defense. But by 2018, after joining the Buffalo Bills, Davis felt his body and mind weren't the same. During a Week 2 game against the Chargers, something changed. At halftime, Davis decided he couldn't continue. He removed his pads, walked into the locker room, and announced his retirement. Right there, in the middle of the game. Was Davis brave or reckless in his decision? His abrupt exit shocked fans and teammates alike. Critics called it selfish, while others praised his courage to prioritize his health over the game. Number 7, Julius Thomas. From Pro Bowls to quiet exit, Julius Thomas burst onto the scene with the Denver Broncos, becoming a key target for Peyton Manning during their record-setting offensive years. With back-to-back Pro Bowl appearances in 2013 and 2014, he was one of the league's premier tight ends. But after signing a big contract with the Jacksonville Jaguars, injuries and inconsistent play derailed his career. By 2017, Thomas quietly retired, stepping away from the game at just 29 years old. Could Thomas's journey shape the NFL's future? After retiring, Thomas revealed a new passion: mental health advocacy. He began pursuing a doctorate in psychology. Number 6, Junior Seau. A legend's tragic end. Junior Seau was a force on the field, known for his relentless energy, leadership, and talent as a linebacker. Over a 20-year career with the Chargers, Dolphins, and Patriots, Seau earned 12 Pro Bowl selections and a place in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Beloved by teammates and fans alike, he was a symbol of passion and excellence in the NFL. But after his retirement in 2009, Seau's life took a darker turn as he began battling mental health issues that no one could see. Could Seau's legacy save future players? In 2012, Seau tragically died by suicide, later found to have been suffering from CTE, a brain condition caused by repeated head trauma. His death shocked the sports world and ignited a national conversation about the long-term effects of football on players' brains. Number 5. Marquis Cooper. Cooper was a linebacker for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, showing potential in his brief career. Though his time in the NFL was short, Cooper made an impact with his tenacity and skill. But in 2009, his life and career took an unimaginable turn. While on a fishing trip off the coast of Florida with friends, Cooper's boat capsized in a sudden storm. Despite extensive search efforts, he and 2 others were never found, leaving behind a mystery that captivated the nation. Will the sea ever give up its secrets? Cooper's tragic disappearance not only shocked the sports world, but also reminded everyone of how fragile life can be. His family, friends, and fans are left with an enduring sense of loss, still searching for answers. The sea holds its secrets, and Cooper's story remains an unsolved mystery, with no closure in sight. Number 4. Jevan Snead, a rising star that faded away. Jevan Snead was once seen as a future star in the NFL. Known for his strong arm, leadership, and potential, he entered college football with high expectations. After a successful career at Ole Miss, Snead was projected to be one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL draft. But injuries and inconsistent performance led to a rapid decline, and his NFL career never materialized as expected. Despite flashes of brilliance, Snead couldn't find a stable place in the league, and his career faded quietly. Number 3. Doug Miller, struck down by lightning. Doug Miller, a former linebacker for the Buffalo Bills, had a promising future ahead of him. But in 1998, while camping in Florida, Miller's life came to a shocking and tragic end. He was struck by lightning not once, but twice, in a freak accident that took his life.
No, I've mellowed out a lot here in the last couple of years, so I'm kind of chilled out at that.
Despite being strong and resilient, both on and off the field, nothing could save him from the unforgiving force of nature. His sudden death left those who knew him in disbelief, forever reminding them of how fragile life can be. Miller's untimely death still raises questions about life's unpredictability. His legacy remains one of strength, determination, and a tragic reminder that sometimes fate is beyond our control. Number 2. Chris Mims, a sudden and quiet goodbye. What causes a former star to disappear from the spotlight? Chris Mims, a celebrated defensive end, struggled with health complications after his NFL career. In 2008, he was discovered dead in his apartment, attributed to an enlarged heart. His death shed light on the difficulties many athletes face after their football careers end. How do we provide support for players after they retire? Mims's story raises significant questions about the league's efforts to prepare players for life after football, a challenge the NFL continues to confront. Number 1. Rodney Culver. From the field to a fatal flight. Rodney Culver was a gifted running back for the Chargers, but his life was tragically ended in the 1996 ValueJet Flight 592 crash. His untimely death, along with the loss of his family, created a deep sense of loss for teammates and fans alike. What's the legacy of a life cut short? Culver's heartbreaking death serves as a poignant reminder of life's fragility and the significant impact one individual can have on those around them, both on and off the field. Interested in learning about other stars who disappeared from the league, or how a single hit altered Jevan Snead's life forever? Or perhaps you're curious about the fate of the last 21 Heisman Trophy winners? Subscribe to our channel and explore the untold stories of the NFL.